Hey, what's up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Let's go, man. Who we got in the house today? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's up, man? Who we got in the house today, man? Go ahead, shout out your city in the chat. Hopefully I get to it this week, man. What's up, everybody, man? What's going on? What's up? Y'all let me know about the background music, too. If it's too loud for y'all, y'all let me know, man, before we get to cooking up in here. You know what I mean? So let's see who we got in the house today. We got Forever Smoke. What up, man? What up? What up, Forever Smoke? What up? Who else we got in the house? All right, man. So let's get things kicking off before everybody get up in here then. So, okay. This week we got a couple of things we're going to talk about, right? So, obviously you had the situation today that happened with the young Dolph affiliate by the name of Grove Hero and another guy by the name of LIL Migo, who's a CMG affiliate. So we're going to talk about that, man. Then we're also going to talk about this Cutty Banks story. Now, Cutty Banks is a rapper from Northern California, really Central California, who ended up getting murdered, man, and it's a crazy story. So we're going to talk about that. Also, man, we're going to talk about this, all the documents that came out from this New York Times reporter about the Takeoff shooting, man. And the statement that's out there, man, I mean an official statement, that was written. And they say it was written by Migo Bands. Now, that's the rumor out there. Nobody has confirmed that, but there are some names that are really like the real names that are out there. So we'll go over that and read that line by line. Also, man, we also got to talk about this Tory Lanez situation, and we'll tap back in about this Nuke Bizzle situation. Now, Nuke Bizzle was a rapper out of Memphis who got in trouble for doing a rap song about the EDD money, talking about the PPP loans, and got him some jail time, you know what I mean? And that's for real, man. So who we got in the house today, man? Let's see. Missouri City, Texas, what's up? Kansas City, I see you, what up? DJ Black, what's up? What up? Naptown in the building, what's going on? What's up, Louisville, Kentucky? Long live Dolph, somebody says. 616 Mongo, what's up? Real rap legend, what's up? Columbus, Ohio. Raleigh, North Carolina. What up? Kansas City, Missouri, I see you, man. Everybody, as you come in here, make sure you hit that like button. Let's run them likes up, man. Let's get them up. All right? Who else we got in the building, man? Don't be shy. Shout out your city, because we only going to do this for a second, then we're going to get right to the stories, man, because it's like that. You know what I mean? Liberty Heights in Gwynn Oak. Where's that? NYC. New York, salute. Thanks for pulling up today. 601, what's up? The 678 North Georgia, what's up? I see you, South Memphis, Tennessee in the building. A lot of Dolph fans in the building. Long live Dolph, love Dolph, RIP. All right. Be more in there. Mboro. Where's Mboro? What up, Baton Rouge, Louisiana? All right, man, so let's get to it, man. Y'all hit that like button, and we're going to bring this thing in and get it started like we usually do. So let's go. What up, everybody, for showing up? What up, my peoples? What's up? What up? What up? Let's go, man. Let's get it, man. And a clap to everybody who hit that like button as soon as they stepped in here, man. You the real MVP, for real, man. So let's get started, man. Now, I'm not going to start off with talking about Grove Hero and LIL Migo just yet. I'm going to start off with another story that I've been following ever since it started. So there's a guy out there, who lost his life by the name of Cutty Banks. Now, Cutty Banks was a San Jose rapper who ended up getting killed, and the shooter ended up getting caught, man. Like, he was arrested in Oklahoma. And it was a crazy story, man. So the story of Cutty Banks, man, in order for me to bring this into full detail, I really got to show you this news clip. So, man, let's check out. I want to bring this up. And appreciate everybody who hit that like button, man. Appreciate that. You know what I mean? Oh, we got our first super chat. I'm going to get to you in a second there, but it was a really quick one. So, man, let me get to you, bro. We got Mike Murder said, long live Dolph from New York City. Thank you, Mike Murder. What's up, man? I appreciate the super chat, man. So let's talk about Cutty Banks. Now,
and killed an innocent.
There it is. Let me bring it up for you guys to see. Now, this is a crazy story, so y'all just sit back
and killed
watch
an innocent man. They thought he was responsible for a deadly road rage incident that shut down the 405 freeway for an entire night. But tonight, police say they were actually wrong, and now they are in jail. The road rage shooting was big news tonight. It happened on the 405 in Seal Beach. The freeway was closed for hours. Well, tonight, police say 2 people are under arrest after they became vigilantes and committed murder. KCAL9's Stacey Butler has our wild story.
The twisted whodunit started with a deadly car-to-car shooting on the 405 freeway in Seal Beach last August.
Now, peep this. So there was a shooting on Seal Beach in Southern California, I believe. And two people were firing back and forth. One of the guys lost his life. He was actually in the car with his girlfriend, right?
The freeway closed for hours. Traffic backed up for miles. 27-year-old Luis Rapena killed. Police say his girlfriend, Amanda Young, and Rapena's brother, Isaiah, became frustrated. The investigation went on for months without an arrest.
Now, to add some context, it had been a while, and they had no leads on who shot his brother, right? So the guy you saw with the young lady there, he was in the car, and he was part of the shooting that took place on the highway. He ended up losing his life. His brother and his girlfriend are now in jail because they took to the streets in retaliation for him losing his life. So, man, let's continue.
Police say they started their own amateur investigation and convinced themselves Melota Lassi, a Bay Area rapper known as Cutty Banks, killed Rapena in an active road rage.
And killed an.
Now, that's where he left off, right? So I might play that one more time. But just so you guys get some context, right? So there's a shooting. And one of the guys loses his life, right? And Cutty Banks ends up being the person that they think, through their own street investigation, was responsible for killing the guy named Rapena, right? Now, this guy, or the guy that was on the left, was Rapena's brother. And the girl that was arrested was his girlfriend, right? The guy Rapena. Now, what's wild is his brother, I think, was in the military or something like that. But they took justice into their own hands, and they tracked down Cutty Banks while he was going to a bank. He was actually going to a bank, no pun intended. And outside of the bank, and this is what made the story so crazy, because who would shoot somebody outside of a bank? Knowing that, a bank has cameras everywhere. They got cameras looking at the cameras. They got cameras down the block to prevent because of a bank robbery, obviously, right? So it was weird that some guy in a black hoodie was seen shooting and killing Cutty Banks live on camera. The even crazier part about this is he was in a white Mercedes-Benz SUV. Dude was in a Mercedes SUV and shot Cutty Banks. So that was another thing that had even law enforcement tripping out, like, who in the world would commit a shooting in a white Mercedes-Benz SUV knowing that that's not a low-key car? There's only so many of those. That's a luxury car. People can find that car. You know what I'm saying? It's not like somebody in one of these like imports that all look alike. Say like a Camry, a Honda Civic, or something like that, right? This car can stand out. But still, they had no leads. But eventually, they found them, man, because of the car. And when they found him, they found out it was the brother in this plan that they hatched in order to kill Cutty Banks because they thought he was responsible. Now, there is no evidence that came out to prove that Cutty Banks in any way, shape, or form was responsible for the guy Rapena losing his life or had been responsible in that shooting. They don't even know to this day how they came up with the conclusion that Cutty Banks was the shooter that killed Rapena. But regardless of that, Rapena's brother and the girlfriend who was there at the time of the shooting let's be real. She was the one who actually put the plan in motion and got Cutty Banks killed, man. So what's crazy is they're back in court today, right? Or this week. They went to court this week and they're finally going to see trial. Now, as they were locked up, they're booking information. It basically showed that, they were locked up for a capital murder. And the girlfriend, she's actually getting the major charge because she allegedly put the whole plan in motion. And for some reason, she thought it was Cutty Banks, who's a well-known rapper up there, man. He's got a couple of songs on Thizzler and stuff like that with like millions of views. But it's, man, it was a mistaken identity. That's the best way to put it, which is crazy when you think about this, bruh. Dude lost his life because they thought he was somebody he wasn't. Now, it happens a lot every day, but in the fashion and the way that it happened is just crazy, man. Crazy, man. So, man, hopefully, well, let's talk about the news story before we move on to Grove Hero. So basically, this story is going to lead to them. It talks about the fact that they're going to stand trial for the shooting of Cutty Banks outside of this Wells Fargo bank, right? And this guy, let me see if I have his picture. Actually, let's pull this up. This guy right here. This is the alleged killer, right? The person who walked up in the black hoodie and shot and killed Cutty Banks right outside of the Wells Fargo bank, which is crazy. Now, Rapina, he's the guy right here, but Young, that's the girlfriend. They're charged in the killing, and a 4-day preliminary hearing ended Monday with a San Mateo County Superior Court judge ordering them to stand trial for the murder and other charges, prosecutors said. So they both remain in custody with no bail status and are set to be in court on January 18th. So they caught them, arrested them, and they're both going to finally see justice, or at least have their day in court for the murder of this guy right here, Cutty Banks, the rapper, man. Crazy, man. And dude seemed like a hustler, had his own t-shirt shop, things like that. At the time when this happened, a lot was going on in hip-hop. You just had the King Von situation happen. You just had a lot of different murders happening. Like, for some reason, 2020, the year 2020, from June or July time, all the way up until present day, it's been all these rapper murders, man, which is crazy, man, crazy. But it looks like they're going to have their day in court, man. We'll tell you, I'll be here to tell you if they're innocent or found guilty, man. Crazy situation. Cutty Banks lost his life over somebody tripping and not even knowing that they had the wrong dude, man.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's a big bruh, man.
Bruh.
man. But, man, let's go ahead and let's continue on. And before we close out of that, man, rest in peace to Cutty Banks. That was a wild story, man. And to see it come full circle like this is crazy, because one of the first stories that I actually ever covered about these type of topics. You know what I'm saying? So let's do this. Let's get into something else, man. Now, there couldn't be any peace. But hold up. Y'all do me a favor, man. If you're in here right now, make sure you hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, run them likes up. I see my moderators in there, Dream Doll, reminding y'all, man, go ahead, hit the like button right now. Use this as an opportunity. If you already hit it, you already know. So, man, let's talk about this. Let's talk about Grove Hero running down on LIL Migo. Now, this is odd because, how do I say this without the video getting any kind of craziness? Grove Hero obviously has a different, one of his arms is different than the other, right? And that is no disrespect to the man or whatever. But you wouldn't think in any situation with that happening, he would be the aggressor in a situation involving somebody from CMG. Now, for some backstory, Grove Hero is a member of PRE. You know what I'm saying? So he's down with Young Dolph, very close friend and affiliate of Young Dolph. There used to be rumors that he was his brother. Then there were rumors that he was a cousin. But I think they were just homeboys, man. He was in a lot of Dolph's videos, like very tight connections there, right? And he's kind of a comedian. He owns some food trucks. Dude is a hustler, man. And he was coming back from Atlanta. You can see it on his story. He was coming back from Atlanta, and he was in the airport. And he was taking a lot of videos in the airport, and he ran into LIL Migo. I guess they were both in first class. He noticed LIL Migo and called him out. A little small scuffle ensued, and then after that, a lot of back and forth on social media. So, man, let's get to it, man. Now, LIL Migo, just to put this into context, LIL Migo is one of CMG's artists. I believe he's actually under maybe Black Youngsters sub-label. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But ever since he came into the rap game, he's taken on all of CMG's beefs with PRE. Him, and Keyglock have gone back and forth on several occasions, like where they dissed him. A lot of people said that he's from the suburbs. A lot of people, I don't know why that's a diss. Good for him. I mean, unless you're claiming that you're not, then I can understand why that's a diss. But a lot of people said that, he was Silver Spoon, you know what I mean? And he's kind of avoided all that, you know? Even with this whole Dolph thing going on, he had a little dissing back and forth when he first got in the game, but I just chopped that up to him trying to get some acknowledgement, you know what I'm saying? Get some recognition and letting everybody know who he's rocking with. I know him and, what's my guy, in the purple, man? His name escapes me. Somebody gonna tell me. But they had a little going back and forth too, man. You know what I mean? And dude, pretty much, man, he's kind of quiet, in the mainstream. Like, I don't hear much from LIL Migo, He's in the building stages and all that. But he's with CMG, solid team, and we'll see how it goes, right? Well, Grove Hero wasn't hearing none of that, and he wanted to approach him. So let's bring up that video. Let's do that, man. Oh, yeah, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. We heard on them likes, man. Let's go.
Bruh.
For real, man. All right, so let's check out this video right here.
I told God, I asked God, man, don't let me see now one of them CMG. I swear to God. And there wasn't no guns involved. You hear me? I'm by myself. Who want to call with me? Yeah, shake. Yeah, then he gonna try to wait and call his partners, because his partners was on the back of the plane, but me and him on the front, Jad. You hear me? Man, I ain't sparing nobody. I'm from the Grove, bro. Know that. And I sprung on him, he ain't do nothing. But he a rapper. But he one of these rappers that you look up to, Jad. Man, stop playing with me, bro. Yeah, long live my boy Dolph, man. Stop playing, man. I ain't letting no slide. It's over with. Anybody else I see, you ain't sliding. It's Migo. You Migo?
You crazy. You Migo?
Ah, the beat choke on. Hey, what you want to do? Come out here. Okay, come on. Don't be trying to call your partners, bro. It's just me and you on by myself. Shake, man. Man, shake it here. Yeah. Don't be trying to call none of your partners. I'm by myself on God. Come on. Me and you outside. Shake your head, man. You're trying to wait on these partners. You a.
All right, man. So there you have it. You have Grove Hero running up on LIL Migo, right? So LIL Migo looked like he didn't want it, to be honest with you, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real. Judging by that video, he seemed surprised that he even got ran down on. Now that could be an element of surprise, right? That could be the fact that somebody's just running up to him, he doesn't know. Your human instincts are gonna kick in. You're gonna try to avoid danger. But it seemed like Grove Hero wasn't hearing any of that, man. And this first scene, and I'm gonna play it again, don't worry, is him basically telling the person in the car, or talking to the person in the car and telling everybody what went down.
I told God, I asked God, man, don't let me see now one of them CMG. I swear to God. And there wasn't no guns involved. You hear me? I'm by myself. Who want to call with me? Yeah, shake. Yeah, then he gonna try to wait and call his partners, because his partners was on the back of the plane, but me and him on the front, Jad. You hear me? Man, I ain't sparing nobody. I'm from the Grove, bro. Know that. And I sprung on him, he ain't do nothing. But
now, what's crazy is, I remember when Young Dolph first lost his life, right? Rest in peace to Young Dolph. Long live Young Dolph, right? I remember Grove Hero was going back and forth, I believe, with Black Youngster. He was going back and forth with a couple of people. And he took the positive route out and started talking about his food trucks and his businesses and things like that. But it seemed like something about LIL Migo being in the airport, he saw that opportunity to run down on him. So let's go.
he a rapper, but he one of these rappers that you look up to, Jad. Man, stop playing with me, bro. Yeah, long live my boy Dolph, man. Stop playing, man. I ain't letting no slide. It's over with. Anybody else I see, you ain't sliding. It's Migo. You Migo?
You crazy.
Now, he basically asked Lil Migo, you Migo? He already knew, but he just wanted to confirm it seems like, man. And Lil Migo is obviously by himself, and Grove Hero is by himself. Now, I don't know, man. Like, in that, you are at the airport, so, man, you got to be on your best. But, man,
Migo.
The beach up on. Hey, what you want to do? Come out here. Okay, come on, don't be trying to call your partners, bro. It's just me and you on by myself. Shake it, man. All right, shake it here. Yeah. Don't be trying to call none of your partners. I'm by myself on God. Come on. Me and you outside.
Now, he basically is inviting him outside, said, don't call none of your partners, because I see you on the phone, man. You're trying to text everybody like, hey, man, I'm getting ran down on or whatever, man. You know what I mean? Like, trying to get some help.
You're a victim.
Nah, let me stop, man. Let's go.
Shake your head, man. You're trying to wait on his partner.
You're a victim.
Yo, man. So Grove Hero either swung and hit him or just knocked the phone out of his hand. You know what I mean? Now they're arguing about what went down with that actually, man. And we'll get to that in a bit. But I don't know. Based on what I've seen there, it seemed like he just knocked the phone out of his hand. So let's.
You are.
All right, man. So that's where it ended, man. So Grove Hero ran down on LIL Migo as soon as he seen an opportunity to, man. And man, we might play it just one more time because I don't see where he hit him. He says he hit him, but it looked like he really looks like he was.
I told God, I asked God, man, don't let me see now one of them CMG. I swear to God. And there wasn't no guns involved. You hear me? I'm by myself. Who want to call with me? Who want to call with me? Yeah.
Oh, stop for a second. Yo, y'all hit that like button, man, and appreciate everybody who already hit that like button. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's run them likes up. But man, let's continue.
Yeah, shake. Yeah, then he gonna try to wait and call his partners, because his partners was on the back of the plane, but me and him on the front, Jad. You hear me? Man, I ain't sparing nobody. I'm from the Grove, bro. Know that. And I sprung on him, he ain't do nothing. But he a rapper. But he one of these rappers that you look up to, Jad. Man, stop playing.
She ain't say one word. She ain't say one word at all. She was just like, yep. Let's go.
Playing with me, bro. Yeah, long live my boy Dolph, man. Stop playing, man. I ain't letting no slide. It's over with. Anybody else I see, you ain't sliding. It's Migo.
Now this is him approaching him. They obviously both just got out the gate. Lil Migo's on his phone already. He's trying to ignore him, to be real with you, man.
You Migo?
You crazy. You Migo.
The beach up on. Hey, what you want to do? Come out here. Okay, come on, don't be trying to call your partners, bro. It's just me and you on by myself. Shake it, man. All right, shake it here. Yeah. Don't be.
It looks like he's videoing him. Maybe he's just trying to video him back. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to call none of your partners. I'm by myself on God. Come on. Me and you outside. Shake your head, man. You're trying to wait on these partners. You are.
All right, man. Yeah, man. It looked like that might have been a little bit more than hand. You know, that's looked like his phone went to flying, man. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, there's always going to be a situation between these two groups, right? It just seemed like it was eventually they was going to keep running into each other. I've seen Snoopy Bands, he's said some things on social media, and it's going to be impossible to keep these two camps away from each other because they're from the same city. PRE's from Memphis, CMG's from Memphis. And just as a casualty, Lil Migo might need to start, he could become a casualty of everything that happened without even any of his involvement. So you would think he'd be moving a little bit more strategic, but anybody on a solo flight coming from an airport, you can get caught slipping. And man, Grove Hero decided to run down on him. Now, luckily, it wasn't any foolishness involving any weapons or anything like that. But man, he did ask him to go outside and put him in an uncompromising position, man. You know what I'm saying? Which was wild, huh? Wild. Now, what's even crazier is a lot of the aftermath from this. So you have Grove Heroes been on social media.
Man. They thought.
Let me tell you that. Grove Heroes been on social media talking about the situation, but Lil Migo wanted to immediately clear his name once the video started going viral. So let's see what LIL Migo said on social media, man, and read this out for everybody, man. So LIL Migo took to social media and said this. Hopefully you guys can read that. He said that this cat smacked the phone out my hand and ran a 4 flat soon as I pulled my pants up. So he said, I don't know if we seen that, man. I don't know if that's what we seen, bro. You know what I mean?
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Yeah, because that ain't what I seen. I know that ain't what I seen. It didn't look like he was running anywhere, man. It looked like he was backing up and probably trying to, you know, brace himself in case LIL Migo and him got active. But yeah, man, yeah. Now, so he basically said that he ran a 4 flat, saying that he hit it like he was trying out for the draft, like at the combine or something. So he said, I put this on God. This cat ran to the police on my mama. Now, I don't know, man. We didn't see where the video ended. And I didn't see where Grove Hero was running. You know what I mean? That sounded like cap to me. But, man, let's take LIL Migo's, you know, let's say it is what it is, man. That's the way he saw things, right? Well, Grove Hero responded. And I want to bring this up for you guys to see. Hopefully that, oh, screen of death on that one, man. Here we go. While I bring up Grove Hero's latest post about this, y'all do me a favor, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for your boy, you know? But based on what a lot of people are saying out there, it seems to me that Grove Hero immediately, you know, took this as a clout move. I'm going to keep it real, man. It seems like he was, he took his page down. Man, Grove Hero took his page down. The same page you've been posting on all day. He took it down. And he put out a video. Let's see if I can find a video where he was basically saying that responding to what he said, to what LIL Migo said. So I want to bring this up for y'all. And like I said, while I'm looking for that, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, Let's get them up, man. So, and we're going to talk about what whatchamacallit said too. Okay, here it goes. I found it.
Somebody see I sprung on. Oh my God.
So, here we go. Let's play this.
Let me ask you something, bro. Why would somebody see I sprung on?
Now, for some context, Grove Hero tagged LIL Migo in this story post that he took down. Obviously, he took his page down. And this is what he said. He's kind of making fun of him using a meme.
Oh my God, bro. Hey, bro, fix your lies, bro. Fix your lies, bro. Fix your lies, LIL Migo. Fix your lies. Stand on that CMG bed and all that. We talk. Stand on that, folk. You heard me. Stand on that, G's and D, folk. Why you lying, Migo? I hit the phone. Well, why you twisted? Why your body twisted? Why is your body twisted if I hit your phone? And then you said I ran to the police. Why would I run to the police, bro, when I sprung on you? That's crazy. I woke up at the airport, and I was by myself on God. But why are you twisted like this if I hit the phone, Migo? Come on, man. Stop playing, man.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
So basically, he's saying that, yo, LIL Migo's, that post, in that post that LIL Migo put out, man, I for myself, that ain't what I seen. I'll keep it real, man. Like, that ain't what I seen. I seen what LIL Migo said. He said, this cat smacked the phone out my hand and ran a 4 flat. Soon as I pulled my pants up, I put this on God. This cat ran to the police on my mama. And Grove Hero is basically saying, like, because I ain't see that either. Y'all tell me in the chat. That ain't what I seen. And he's basically telling them, hey, man, with that CMG and all that, you got to stand on that CMG business. And that's the crazy part about all this rap beef. I'm going to play it. Don't worry. That's the crazy part about all this rap beef and stuff, man. Because the people down the chain, the artists signed to the artist, like LIL Migo is. I think LIL Migo's signed to Black Youngster. If not, maybe Moneybagg Yo, who is signed to CMG. And he's signed through CMG that way, I believe, right? Nah, you still got to be watching your P's and Q's because, you know, they ain't going to They ain't gonna take no days off on you. You know what I'm saying? Especially catch you solo by yourself. And he's lucky because all he wanted to do was to head up, squabble. You know what I mean? It could have been a lot worse. But let's play Grove Hero's response again.
Whoa, with somebody. See, I sprung on. Oh my God, bro. Hey, bro, fix your lies, bro. Fix your lies, bro. Fix your lies, let me go. Fix your lies. Stand on that CMG bed and all that. We talk. Stand on that, folk. You heard me. Stand on that, G's and D, folk. Why you lying, Migo? I hit the phone. Well, why you?
Now, you do kind of see him turned. I seen the phone fly, but it looked like, and we're going to look at it again. It looked like the phone like flew because he got clocked, but let's go.
Twisted. Why your body twisted? Why is your body twisted if I hit your phone? And then you said I ran to the police. Why would I run to the police, bro, when I sprung on you? That's crazy. I woke up at the airport, and I was by myself on God. But why are you twisted like
You're a victim.
this if I hit the phone,
Seemed
Migo?
appropriate.
Come on, man. Stop playing, man. Let me ask you something, bro. Why was somebody? See, I sprung on.
Now, super chat from Mike Murder. What's up, Mike Murder? We have 250 plus watching. Let's bring the likes up to 100, y'all. I appreciate that, Mike Murder, man. Shout out to you. And thank you for the super chat, man, for real. I think that was your second super chat today, right? Shout out to Mike Murder. I appreciate it. And yeah, listen to him. Get them likes up, man. Let's go, man. We should be at about 150 likes. So, man, let's rock out. But I'm going to let this play one more time. Then we're going to look at the video and examine. We're going to examine who's telling the truth here. We're going to get to the bottom of it. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God, bro. Hey, bro, fix your lies, bro. Fix your lies, bro. Fix your lies, let me go. Fix your lies. Stand on that CMG bed and all that. We talk. Stand on that, folk. You heard me. Stand on that, G's and D, folk. Why you lying, Migo? I hit the phone. Well, why you twisted? Why your body twisted? Why is your body twisted if I hit your phone? And then you said I ran to the police. Why would I run to the police, bro, when I sprung on you? That's crazy. I woke up at the airport, and I was by myself on God. But why are you twisted like this if I hit the phone, Migo? Come on, man. Stop playing, man. Let me ask you something, bro.
All right, so let's stop that for a second.
Let me ask you something, bro. Why was
And let's look at something else. Let's check out that video one more time. Just so we can get to the bottom of who was lying.
I told God, I asked God, man, don't let me see now one of them CMG. I swear to God. And there wasn't no guns involved. You hear me? I'm by myself. Who want to call with me? Who want to call with me? Yeah, shake. Yeah, then he gonna try to wait and call his partners, because his partners was on the back of the plane, but me and him on the front, Jad. You hear me? Man, I ain't sparing nobody. I'm from the Grove, bro. Know that. And I sprung on him, he ain't do nothing. But he a rapper. But he one of these rappers that you look up to, Jad. Man, stop playing with me, bro. Yeah, long live my boy Dolph, man. Stop playing, man. I ain't letting no slide. It's over with. Anybody else I see, you ain't sliding. It's Migo. You Migo?
Now, he clearly asked him who he was, you know what I mean?
You Migo?
And it sounded like Lil Migo asked him back, like, are you Lil Migo? You know what I'm saying? Which is some weird, probably reverse psychology or something he was trying to do, but I don't know how that's going to fare. Let's see.
The beat choke on. Hey, what you want to do? Come out here.
Okay, come on, don't be trying to call your partners, bro. It's just me and you on by myself. Shake it, man. All right, shake it here. Yeah. Don't be trying to call none of your partners. I'm by myself on God. Come on. Me and you outside. Shake your head, man. Trying to wait on his partner.
Well, that was the hit right there, bro.
You are.
That's where it was turned.
You are.
Now, after further examination of the evidence,
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
sounds like Lil Migo, it looks like Lil Migo got stole, man, but let's go. And that's where it is, man. All right, man. So, man, they weren't the only ones who had a response to this. Obviously, other members from PRE are going to respond because it puts CMG in a bad light if one of their people got the ups on somebody from CMG, right? And one of those people that spoke up about this situation was Keyglock. Now, Keyglock took to social media and he said this on social media. If you guys can see that, it says, told y'all he was a suburban dude, dude. And he said with the R, Memphis, they put an R in weird places, like in their accent, you know what I mean? And he even typed it out like that. I told you he was a suburban dirt with a whole bunch of laughing emojis, man. And just jumping back on that rumor, that LIL Migo is really from the suburbs. He was left a lot of money allegedly because his father passed away after something that happened in a restaurant, And that's how he got, pretty much got his start and started boosting and doing things of that nature. Yeah, I know a little bit too much about his backstory, but I do this. You feel me? But yeah, that's the story or the rumor out there about his original starts in the rap game, right? And that's why everybody says that, he's a suburban dude. He came from the burbs. In my opinion, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, especially if you want to be a musician. Nothing. As long as you ain't claiming that you're not. You feel me? But that was Keyglock's response right there. So he basically jumped on that same old rumor and decided to join in on the joke, man. Now, Keyglock wasn't the only one who responded, but he was the biggest person out of PRE to respond to this, which is wild, man. And it goes to show, I had a feeling, man, it seemed like things had died down and, maybe cooler heads would prevail. People would be a little bit more mature. But nah, man, when you have to account for the fact that somebody lost their life.
On the scene and
my bad. You have to account for the fact that somebody lost their life. Things are going to be, I think it'll always be up between these camps. Let's just leave it at that, right? When it comes to PRE and CMG. And let's just hope that they don't have any more run-ins, in the future. Now, let's see, man. I know Snoopy Bands has said something too, but you know what? I think we're gonna leave it there, man. I'm hoping that Grove Hero and LIL Migo could just go their separate ways, and man, this thing won't get any worse than it already has, because things have been a little too crazy in hip hop lately, and every once in a while, things go off the rails. Luckily, this was a situation where nobody ended up losing their life, just a little slight scuffle. And to be honest, a one-way scuffle inside of a airport, which is a crazy place to even get into it, to be real with you. Because if the laws come, you ain't getting out of there. It's built into the infrastructure of that airport that you just ain't gonna be able to do something there and get up out of there. You feel me? So that's a wild place. If I was LIL Migo, I'd have played that card, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been like, yo, bruh, ain't no way I'm gonna fight you in the airport, dog. Pick somewhere else, you know what I mean? And then we could go head up. But man, we gonna leave it alone. Man, crazy, man. Now I haven't been in the chat too much today, but man, y'all do me a favor, man. Y'all do me a favor. Make sure y'all hitting that like button as we go on through this story, man. But we will see. We will see how this pans out. Because he's got to go back to CMG after taking an L in the public. It's an L, right? He has to go back to CMG and basically talk about the fact that, it looks like somebody from PRE got the one-ups on them, you know? And you never know how that's going to turn out. So, man, let's go to our next story. And this is involving Takeoff, man. Now, I know we've been talking about Takeoff a lot lately, man. And, this story has so many different facets to it. And a lot of people are talking about the court case or whatnot, or at least the trial going to court. Let me go ahead and do Takeoff right, bring him up. There we go. Yeah, and, the court case and DJ Pat being arrested. A lot of rumors around that. He actually got awarded the $5,000 that he was looking for, which is crazy when you think about that.
So we know who was on the scene.
I didn't even think that was an option. But what I want to do is let's play a little bit of the news conference when he got arrested, just to level set everybody. And I know plenty of you have probably already seen this, but it's a good point to kick off the discussion, right? Come here. There you go.
So we know who was on the scene, and we will be contacting and reaching out and finding those individuals. This is a murder. And if you left because you were afraid or whatnot, I don't know the motivation. but you do have to come forward and give us some information, and that could come through grand jury and penal as well. So,
was Takeoff the intended target, or was he at the wrong place?
We already, it's definitely wrong place at the wrong time. No evidence whatsoever to say anything different. Go ahead. I'll get you.
Peacefully, can you tell us about African?
I'm sorry.
Peacefully, could you tell us about Apparatus?
Oh, yes, the actual arrest of him, peacefully. And I'm not bragging, but I send this message to our criminals. We're going to come and get you. And we come and get you professionally, but we come in force with everything. So we know who was on.
Now, that was the police chief about a week ago.
On the scene. And
talking about the arrest of DJ Pat, and what led to that. Now, since then, or them actually getting their man, I should say, right? Now, since then, things have taken a little turn, right? Because all of the details are slowly starting to be released. And it's coming from some interesting places. And when I say interesting,
we all know it. There are some
when I say interesting, I am talking about some real journalists out there, right? Are releasing some info. So, man, let's actually look at this story that I saw from Hip Hop DX, man. Now, the story, the headline of the story, I should say. Thought I had it pulled up. Let's just go straight to the story. Let's do that. Oh, there it goes. So this is the story right here. Now, in the headline of the story, it says, Takeoff's murder occurred after punch was thrown in Quavo's defense, says affidavit. So somebody threw a punch. Like, we thought it was maybe a slight scuffle, maybe even some pushing, but it looks like somebody actually threw a punch. And they've got documents from the case file, allegedly, that these journalists from New York, somebody from the New York Times or something, put out there that details what went down and actually who wrote a statement so far. So let's actually look at some of that, because this is some of the most interesting stuff you're going to see. Now, that is the story I'm referencing. And you have this guy, this Joe Coscarelli, and I believe he's the guy who works for New York Times, right? And this is page right here. Says new details. This is him right here. And he says New York Times music reporter. And he's got a book that he's selling about rap. Now, Joe Coscarelli, I want to say his name is. It says new details in the killing of Takeoff from a search warrant affidavit filed this week. Both sides allegedly fired shots after a punch was thrown in defense of Quavo. Suspect charged in part because of fingerprints left on a wine bottle he was holding during the shooting. Now, this is the document right here. Right here. And it tells the story about what happened. So let's look at this. It says investigators obtained video surveillance from the bowling alley and other area businesses. So they got surveillance video from the bowling alley outside of that facility and the other businesses around there. You know, if you look, it was kind of like on this plateau where there were other businesses, and then there was a street level down there, and that's where the bowling alley was situated, right? It says we also received multiple cell phone videos capturing various angles and portions of the event. Your affiant, has thoroughly reviewed all of the aforementioned videos, which individually capture different perspectives of events before, during, and after the shooting. Review of the various videos revealed the following. Okay, so basically, the person who made this statement, the affiant, they have thoroughly reviewed the person who's reviewing this. They reviewed all the videos that were captured by all these different entities, right? You have cell phone videos. You have the videos in different angles from the businesses or whatever. And in that, they found this. It says there is a total of approximately 34 individuals standing in a group outside the bowling alley immediately before the shooting. The complainant's fellow group member, Quavius Marshall, aka Quavo, was arguing with the man later identified as Michael Prince. Now, Michael Prince is the guy who he was arguing with. Now, Michael Prince I'm wondering, is that one of Jay? I'm pretty sure he might have some sort of relation to Jay Prince. But let's continue. Now it says, and 2 young black males, one small wearing a yellow hooded shirt, later identified as Cameron Joshua. Now the guy in the yellow hooded shirt is Lil Cam. We've talked about him before. And a larger male wearing a white or light tan hooded sweatshirt, later identified as Christopher Watkins. Now, Christopher Watkins, we haven't seen his name out there yet. He hasn't been arrested, I don't believe. There's no paperwork out there yet on him or anything. So, man, let's see where this leads. Now, video evidence obtained showed that Quavo and those 2 younger men had all been involved in a dice game inside the bowling alley. And the, it's outside, I'm losing my place. Dice game inside of the bowling alley. And the Affiance investigation indicated that they were arguing outside because the 2 young men had won money in the game. After an initial physical confrontation between the 2 groups, Joshua appears to be struck by an individual later identified as Willie Bland. Now, Willie Bland, a lot of people are saying that's Migo Bands. I'm not sure if it is or not, but let's continue. Now it says, who investigation revealed was associated with Quavo. 2 different males can be identified as firing weapons from different directions during the incident, one which is Willie Bland. Now, Willie Bland, they're saying is this guy right here, Migo Bands, they're saying this. So let me bring up a picture. Ooh. There you guys go. Now they're saying it was an affiliate of Quavo, and as you can see on Migo Band's page, it's so many pictures of him and Quavo, man. And they're saying that's him right there. I see a guy right there. You see the guy right there with the brown shirt on with the kind of half bald brown skin dude. Now that's supposed to be DJ Pat right there, right? So man, this is crazy. And we can get rid of that first picture, but you see Migo Bands and Quavo with each other all the time. So that's what's leaving everybody believe that this guy, Willie Bland, that's mentioned in the indictment, is Migo Bands. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue because it gets better from there. And y'all do me a favor, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all run them likes up. And for those of you who already hit that like button, you already know. Now, it goes on to say the affiant reviewed a lab report created by firearms examiner R. Hucano of the Houston Forensic Science Center, HFSC, which stated that all 9 of the 40 caliber casings had been fired from a single weapon and the 9mm casings from a different weapon. The video showed that a large black male identified as Willie Bland was one of the men firing the gun. However, the trajectory taken by any bullet fired from his location at the time of any given discharge was not consistent with the injury sustained to Kershnick Ball, aka Takeoff, given Ball's body positioning throughout the duration of the gunfire. So they're saying that Migo Bands, if that is Migo Bands, this guy Willie Bland, he couldn't have been the one who shot Takeoff. So those earlier reports that it was somebody from their own camp who shot him, forensics has already said that it was none of the bullets shot by Willie Bland's gun, the guy was there with Quavo, his right-hand man, hit Takeoff. None of those shots hit Takeoff at all. You know what I mean? So we can put that rumor to bed. Now it goes on to say the affiant believes that the video evidence shows the following. A black male, later identified as Patrick Clark, date of birth August 4th, 1989, whom affiant had previously developed as a possible suspect, pulled a gun and fired multiple rounds in the direction of the complainant seconds before the complainant collapsed to the ground. Now, the complainant in this case is Kershnick Ball, aka Takeoff. He's listed as a complainant. The state is acting on his behalf, to bring this to justice, right? Now, the video does not show any other individual shooting a firearm or positioning their bodies to shoot a firearm, raised in firing position from the same direction from which Clark was shooting on the video. So they got him on video dead center shooting the gun, right? We knew that. Now in the video, Clark can be seen discharging the firearm several times. Multiple muzzle flashes are visible. Clark then fled on foot around the nearby House of Blues, where he was captured on closer video surveillance. Clark then returned. Now this is DJ Pat, y'all. Clark is DJ Pat. Clark then returned briefly to the bowling alley, where he was again captured on interior surveillance before fleeing the scene. Like much like they have in the O-Block RICO case, they just use one camera to follow that person from place to place to place. Like they can spot where you go from this place, you dropped off, we see you on this camera footage, and they piece it all together like that. And obviously they did a good job on their behalf, you know, of finding, of catching DJ Pat. If they got him dead, like on camera, like caught in 4K shooting his gun, and he's coming from the angle where he would have shot Takeoff, it's a done deal. I don't see how he's even going to fight this. Now, surveillance from inside the bowling alley showed that he was carrying a semi-automatic handgun when he went back inside. During the actual shooting, Clark was holding a wine bottle in one hand while he discharged the firearm with the other. Immediately after the shooting, Clark ran over by the House of Blues, where he set the wine bottle down and never came back for it. That was mistake number one. You know what I'm saying? Now, the aforementioned wine bottle, and my bad, man, because I am just reading on about this. Yeah, for the punch, it didn't say. It didn't say who got punched. It just says that Willie Bland threw the punch. Now, this is where it's going to get tricky, because if he was also shooting, I wonder if they're going to be able to say self-defense, or he was shooting self-defense and maybe get a manslaughter case or something like that. We'll see. We'll see. Now, the aforementioned bottle, this is the bottle that DJ Pat put down on the ground, was collected into evidence during the initial scene investigation. So he left the bottle there that he was holding during the shooting.
Bruh.
Stop it. Get some help.
For real. So, all right, they weren't going to get that. You know what I'm saying? Why? What? Okay. So the aforementioned bottle was collected into evidence during the initial scene investigation, and the affiant made a request to have it processed for latent fingerprints. Later, the affiant received a lab report completed by the HFSC latent print examiner H.Vu, which stated that a fingerprint matching that of Patrick Clark with the same date of birth had been left on the wine bottle. Additionally, the affiant has compared the high-quality surveillance video recording from inside the bowling alley to a known picture of Patrick Clark and has confirmed that that is the same person. So basically, they got all the evidence they need, man. That's the simple way of saying this. Dude, they caught him with the gun, shooting the gun, yes, with the muzzles flash. They got all that on the camera. His movements from the House of Blues, from outside, and the wine bottle he was holding in his hand at the same time he was shooting.
Bruh.
I had to find the button. Case closed, right? We'll see how it plays out on court. Now, it continues to say that affiant and his partner interviewed Willie Bland, who admitted to firing a weapon at the scene, though he said he did not know the caliber of the weapon. Bland stated that he was part of a traveling group, including Takeoff, Quavo, and several other individuals. Now, are they going to come back and say something crazy and say that he's snitching? Are they going to say that he's snitching? Y'all tell me, man. Y'all think they're going to say this is snitching? I don't know, man. I get confused about those rules, man. You know what I mean? But it goes on to say this. It says that he's part of a traveling group, including Takeoff, Quavo, and several individuals, and stated that they were visiting local music producer Jazz Prince, which included going to a basketball game at a local gym and then going to the party at the bowling alley. Bland stated that he had seen the two males we had identified as Joshua and Watkins throughout the evening at both the basketball game and at the bowling alley, and that he had seen them with guns. Now, with that being said, he's trying to clear himself by saying that. Like the two times that he's seen them, he said, hey, Both times I seen them, they had guns on them. You know what I'm saying? So I had every right to think that my life was in danger. He's kind of building his defense, if you guys see what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Now, he also basically is saying that they were hanging out with each other all day with Jazz Prince. And you can see in that video where they're riding through the city, they are with Jazz Prince. So I guess they went and played some basketball and all that. So Bland, and this is allegedly Migo Bands, continues by saying Bland stated that he was watching them both when Quavo was arguing with them just before the shooting. And as Quavo turned and walked away, he believed that Joshua said something and began pulling a gun. So he reached out and punched him. Okay, so that's who got punched first. So allegedly Migo Bands, or Bland in this case, punched Lil Cam first. So he even admitted it in this statement to the police. That, yo, I punched him first because he was reaching. I thought he was grabbing a gun, is basically what he's saying. Now, Bland advised that he thought the males were about to try to rob Quavo. Now, what's crazy about that is they're the ones who hit Quavo's pockets, right? They got Quavo. The two dudes got Quavo for his bread, right? So I wonder why he would jump to the conclusion that they were going to rob him. Maybe he's just saying that to police. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
Now, Bland stated that he then shoved the other male while he saw him coming toward him and heard gunfire erupt around him. Bland stated that he believed it was probably Cameron Joshua shooting at him, so he began shooting at Cameron Joshua. I don't know, man. If he said that in a statement, I know some people are going to take that some sort of way. I know most of us are sensible adults. We ain't tripping on none of that telling or anything like that. But, man, there's people out there who are going to take that the wrong way, I'm pretty sure. Now, the affiant observed from his review of the video surveillance recordings described above that at the time the shooting appears to start, Joshua ran back inside the bowling alley and that he was armed with a handgun, but there is no video evidence showing him firing a gun. Now, they're saying they only found shell casings from 2 weapons. So there were 2 weapons that they found shell casings from. And you could believe that it's probably Bland, aka Migo Bands' weapon, or, you know, allegedly Migo Bands' weapon, and DJ Pat. So it ends by saying this. It says the affiant knows from his scene investigation that 3 gunshots were fired into the bowling alley. Affiant believes these bullets are consistent with having been fired by Willie Bland. That's the guy who was with Quavo, based on his movements and position. In your affiant's opinion, these shots could not have caused the injuries to the deceased victim or the living victims due to the shooting angles, positions of the parties, and the complainant's injuries. In my opinion, the video evidence supports Bland's statement regarding his actions before, during, and after the shooting. So Bland's statement, the statement that he made, basically painted the picture for him, and the video evidence gave him the clue. So it looks like Quavo's homeboy, Migo Bands, this guy right here, allegedly, and this guy right here, the guy in the blue, teed off because he thought that Lil Cam was going to pull out on them. You know what I'm saying? Pause. He teed off immediately and pushed the other guy. So there's Lil Cam and another little dude. They were busting Quavo over the head, according to him, got him for his money, for a lot of money. And Quavo went out there to say something to him, and that's when everything went crazy, man. So when we see that video and there's all that ruckus and stuff, that's exactly what's going on. That's what puts it, to put it in context. Now, what's crazy is that guy in the back there where you can see his face, that's supposed to be DJ Pat. He's the only other person who was shooting on camera. And Bland, or Migo Bands, the guy in the blue right here, he was the only other person shooting. Now, he was shooting back into the bowling alley and was shooting at Lil Cam as Lil Cam ran into the bowling alley. He ran back into the bowling alley. He already seen he had a gun and said, yo, I knew as soon as he got some space, he was probably going to start shooting. So he started shooting first, basically, you know what I mean? Or at least shoot at Lil Cam. And the DJ Pat, he just started shooting at Quavo and them's group, it sounds like. So this is crazy, man. It basically gives out that statement. Call it what you want. You know, I know a lot of people going to say this is telling or whatever, but that basically painted the whole picture for what happened. That goes to show why probably Quavo's homeboy, Migo Bands, or Willie Bland did not get arrested, and why, you know what I'm saying, they were able to put the pieces together so quickly. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Both of them. Both of them. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. And he admitted to punching Lil Cam. Like, yo, I thought he was going to pull out a gun. So I said, man, forget it. I'm going to at least get a swing in or something. You know what I mean? Which is a pretty crazy move. And this is the guy that they're talking about right here, right? Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So basically, that puts an end to a lot of the rumors. All right? So they already have through forensic evidence say, yo, that, and remember, they already have through forensic evidence that, whatchamacallit, that Lil Cam, or excuse me, that Migo Bands was one of the shooters and that DJ Pat was one of the shooters. Because DJ Pat, in his running or whatever, he's after this situation trying to hide outside, and I guess they said he ran behind the House of Blues. He left the wine bottle he was holding during the entire shooting, man, which is crazy. That's pretty crazy. I'm surprised he didn't drop that at the scene. He was able to hold onto that while shooting. So, man, if all this pans out, it sounds like DJ Pat is done, dog. They got everything they need wrapped up in a bow for him. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. Like, it's done deal, man. Done deal. Crazy, man. So that's basically the story of that. And that's how they came to the conclusion about the fight that led to Takeoff losing his life. So once again, rest in peace, Takeoff. Obviously, he was just an innocent victim in this situation, innocent bystander, as was said before. And he ended up losing his life over some foolishness, man. But I mean, to be honest, it sounds like Quavo was out there talking to the cats. And then when Lil Cam made his move towards them, that's when his homeboy Migo Bands took off and just started to punch. You know what I'm saying? Just threw a punch like, yo, and then pushed the other guy. Lil Cam ran back into the bowling alley. He started shooting at Lil Cam. And I don't know, they don't know right now if Lil Cam shot back, but they said they only found bullet casings from 2 guns. 2 guns only. 9 from one, and they didn't say how many from the other. But that's all based on the statement from Bland. So crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That gives us a better picture of exactly what went down, man. Now, I have been neglecting the chat like a mug, I know. But y'all don't neglect that like button, man. So make sure y'all hit that like button, man. And we're going to continue on, man, to our next story. Where we're going to talk about... Let's talk about Nuke Bizzle, man. Let's talk about Nuke Bizzle. All right? Because I know we're going to be talking more. We will be talking more about the Takeoff situation in the future on separate videos as well. So... I wonder if you guys remember this guy right here. Man. Let me bring him up. All right. The guy by the name of Nuke Bizzle. And he is a rapper from Memphis who was arrested in California. My bad. So let's check this out.
Fontrell Baines, who went by the stage name Nuke Bizzle, was highlighted in our case.
My bad. I thought you guys...
Fontrell Baines, who went by the stage name Nuke Bizzle, was highlighted in our KCRA 3 documentary Easy Money, Fraud, Fortune, and Failures. According to a plea agreement in Los Angeles federal court from July to September of 2020, Baines took money from the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. That was money paid out by the federal government under the CARES Act. Baines was one of thousands of people who sent fake applications to California to get unemployment benefits. He admitted to 92 fraudulent claims with EDD. The value of those accounts was more than $1.2 million, and he succeeded in getting more than $700,000. Baines faces a maximum of 20 years for the mail fraud and 10 more for being a felon in possession of a firearm.
All right, so you heard that. So Nuke Bizzle ended up compromising or coming up with an EDD scheme or PPP scheme, which saw him to get a lot of money, man. And in that scheme, he got arrested, and now he's looking at a lot of time. So there was a picture that came out of Nuke Bizzle recently. Now this is him a couple of weeks back right here, man. In jail, or prison, I should say. And as you can see from the headline of this story, rapper Nuke Bizzle sentenced to over 6 years after bragging about stealing pandemic aid. Now, the crazy part about this story wasn't the fact that he got caught scamming. You know, that happens. There's a lot of people who get caught scamming and we never hear about it. This cat made a song about it, man. Like, made a song about getting EDD funds and released it, a YouTube video and everything about it, bruh. Making a music video. And as you can see in the story, that's what it says. It says a Tennessee musician has been sentenced to 77 months in prison after stealing over $700,000 in relief funds, unemployment benefits, and allegedly bragging about it in a music video. Frontel Antonio Baines, known by his moniker Nuke Bizzle, has been ordered to pay back $704,000 in restitution to California's Employment Development Department, was sentenced to United States District Judge Michael W. Fitzgerald per a statement that the U.S. Attorney's Office, Central District of California. On top of the fraud case, Baines, 33 years old, pleaded guilty to a separate gun and drug counts. So dude got the whole package, and now he gonna be sitting in jail for what they say, like 6 years, man. I don't know, man. That balling out with that $700,000 he did, it probably wasn't worth all that, to be real with you, man. But I do remember specifically this story. I remember him making a music video. I remember the original arrest. I remember the second group of charges that he got. But this brings this Nuke Bizzle situation to a close because obviously he's going to be going to jail for a very, very long time, man. Now with that, y'all hit that like button, man. Crazy how these stories come full circle, isn't it? Just wild, man. Like one of the wildest things, man. But man, before we get out of here, man, let's talk about, we only had one more thing, and my bad for not dipping in the chat, but like I said, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. So let's slide into our last topic. I think we're gonna talk a little bit about this whole Tory Lanez situation, right? Which is confusing, man. Because with Tory Lanez situation, you've got so many different reports out there. And I want to bring up something I saw on Instagram. And here it goes right here. So Nancy Dillon, for those of you who don't know, she writes for Rolling Stone. She's been covering this case since the beginning. She's been making all the breaking news about it. And she's been, pretty much releasing everything we need to know, right? Now, in this tweet that you guys see off there on the left-hand corner, it says Tory's lawyer told the judge that Kylie Jenner and Corey Gamble are on his list of possible defense witnesses because they were present at Kylie's pool party before the July 2020 shooting. The argument, everything started there, says George. I don't know how to pronounce his name or whatever, you know what I mean? So he's saying that basically they're gonna call Kylie Jenner and this Corey Gamble guy. Now Kylie Jenner and Corey Gamble, or Kylie Jenner and Kris Jenner's boyfriend Corey Gamble may testify in Tory Lanez trial for Megan The Stallion shooting. I don't know if that seemed like cap. Okay, so this George guy, right? He says Peterson's defense. Now that's Daystar Peterson, me and Tory Lanez. So Peterson's defense attorney named the stars of Hulu's The Kardashians a potential witness for the defense, according to Rolling Stone. The trial is slated to begin on December 12th and last 10 days. So we're looking at this trial starting tomorrow and lasting for at least 10 days. Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, is accused of shooting rapper Megan The Stallion, born Megan Jovan Ruth Pete, following an argument that happened when leaving a party at Jenner's home on July 12, 2020. Now, in reading this story, watching this story, I am in no way condoning anything that happened during or after the party. I gotta say that, make sure I do. Tory Lanez hit with third felony charge in Megan The Stallion shooting case. The rapper is now facing a new charge of discharging a firearm with gross negligence. So they're saying there was a story that happened earlier last week where he ended up getting out of house arrest because he was on house arrest for a second there, right? So now it's looking like they came back with another story saying like, nah, it doesn't mean that his situation's any better. Actually, they just want to give him house arrest for whatever reasons. And now he's actually got new charges stacked on top of that, including discharging a firearm with gross negligence. You know what I mean? Now, this is that Nancy Dillon lady again. She says, Tory Lanez released from house arrest as his trial for allegedly shooting Megan The Stallion begins with jury selection in LA. I'm doing this mainly for the trial preparation aspect, Judge David Hereford said, overruling the prosecution objection. Openings expected tomorrow. So it looks like this case is going to get started tomorrow. Now, what can be covered, I'm pretty sure is going to be put out there for the masses, but I will make sure that I actually stay on top of those things. And if anything pertinent comes out, I'm going to be talking about this. But this has been a long time waiting on this trial to get here. And I know the fans have kind of, just sat back and watched to see how this unfolds. And we'll see what happens, man. And like I said, they start trial tomorrow. So we'll get a good idea of what exactly what they're gonna have, because it's gonna be 10 days. So we'll say this. Be looking for more information about that later, right? And we'll end that whole section there. And with that, let me get in this chat a little bit, man. Do a couple of shout outs. Appreciate you doing that hard work in there, Dream Doll. I appreciate it. You said that's my news channel. Help clarify for family what he's supposed to say. I don't nothing. You do wrong, come back. Dumb criminals. Yeah, man. Y'all talking about the fact that DJ Pat allegedly left that wine bottle there after holding it during the entire shooting and being caught on videotape or in 4K. That's crazy, man. They saying that she's lying. Even people talking about with the person who wrote the statement in the Takeoff situation. Yeah, that Takeoff situation is crazy, man. It's crazy. That's the most information to come out from a legitimate source yet. That basically shows the whole play of the shooting, of the whole Takeoff shooting. Rest in peace, man, because it shows more and more that Takeoff was just, man, an innocent bystander, which is crazy and even almost scary to think about, just being a regular citizen. What up, Napa, California? Appreciate you, Dream Dog. Who else we got in there, man? All right, man. Now, with that, man, I think we're going to call that. And what I want everybody to do is make sure that you're locked in this week. Going to be a lot of updates on a lot of stories. And I'm probably going to be going live Tuesday and Thursday. And then, Saturday or Sunday going into the weekend. Sort of the same schedule, you know what I mean? And, man, y'all check me out on all my other platforms. Instagram, Twitter, definitely. And, man, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. So do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my mods. Shout out to everybody who dropped a like. And definitely shout out to everybody who's going to leave a comment in this later, man. We out of here. Peace.